I just wanna die hard like I'm Bruce Willis. I just wanna slice you up like I'm Sean Gillis.
It's Jed the Sloth, the MILF Hunter. How you mom and them? And you tuned in to White Dirt TV, and this is live from the JedShed 11. And tonight, I got my partner with me, Ghost Rider.
How y'all doing, everybody? It's Ghost Rider.
You sound real excited to be here, man. Well, probably took a lot of wind out of your sail with some technical difficulties, but yeah, so that was Ghost Rider's song. I produced that song for him. It's called Bruce Willis. That's a way to start the show off with a bang.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, you know, especially in the time of year that we're in right now. You know, is Die Hard a Christmas movie or a movie set in Christmas?
I'd say it's a Christmas movie.
So Die Hard is a legit Christmas movie because we have a movie maniac here with us. We'll have him on more talking about movies and stuff like that. But tonight we're here to talk about Baton Rouge venues. But just so we clarified, it's a Christmas movie, Die Hard, right?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
What makes it a Christmas movie?
I mean, it's set during that time of year, so how could you argue that it's not? I mean, it's by nature falls into that category.
Absolutely, man. I trust your opinion on this. Well, tonight we're talking about movies. Baton Rouge is a movie in itself. And Turk Tom, you're a friend of Turk Tom's. Turk Tom,
Fellow movie buff.
He's probably watching a movie right now. Now he's probably playing Madden 08 or some shit like that.
Yeah, or watching Adult Swim.
Probably not watching my stream. But tonight we're going to get into... This is Turk Tom's idea. He said, hey, you should do a tier list of the Baton Rouge music venues. And I thought about it for like 2 seconds. And I was like, wait, that's actually a great idea. Now, I was hoping to have an interactive tier list tonight. But I tried really hard. You can ask Ghost Rider. I tried really hard to make that happen. But the best I can do is just get you a picture of a tier list. So F is going to be F. E is going to be for, easily not the worst. D is going to be for duh, or whatever. C is going to be for cool. B is going to be for beast. A is going to be for awesome, man. And S is special. I guess that's how you do a tier list. But anyways, we're just going to go down. I know you're supposed to probably do a tier list. Well, I'm going to cut to a commercial. And then I'm going to decide if I'm going to do this from bottom up or if I'm just going to go down the line the way I have them. But we're going to cut to our unofficial sponsor. All right, we're back. So, yeah, I'm just going to go from bottom on up. I'm just going to go shit tier on up Baton Rouge venues. I got the list posted in the comments, or posted in the status itself of the stream, and we're just going to start going with it here. All right, so the tier list looks like this, and I wish I was handy enough to be able to type them up on the screen. I tried for like half hour to do that, but we ain't doing that tonight. So take a look at that list, Ghost Rider. What does that list look like to you?
Looks like a pretty comprehensive list of everywhere you can find music around here.
None of these off the top right here are going to be shit tier for me.
No.
Let's go straight down here. I think maybe there's a shit tier one here. For me, I think we can throw the infamous Texas Club in the F category. That's going to be an F one for me. What about you?
Yeah, I've maybe only been there a couple times. I wasn't too impressed.
Yeah, what's your take on the Texas Club?
Not my cup of tea. I don't do a lot of line dancing. Don't do a lot of country music. So
You don't work for a plant,
yeah, it's
construction company,
don't own a pair of boots outside of work boots.
boots or affliction. You're not really going out to go get in a fight. You don't want to catch an STD per se. You don't, I remember I saw girls in pajama pants there one time when I went. I've gone a few times when I was younger, but no, I hadn't been in years. And basically, yeah. So fuck the Texas Club, you fucking rednecks. Another shit tier I'm gonna actually put in there is I'm putting Bouvier Park right at the bottom as well in shit tier, mainly because I am not only viewing this one as patron, I gotta view this one as someone who books shows as well. And Bouvier Park is some gentrified assholes who will ream you up the asshole if you are a musician or a promoter or a booker trying to book this fucking. They're seriously out here charging people insane prices to throw pandemic shows. So like I don't really know the people that own Bouvier Park or who book it, but I mean it's a very very exclusive thing they got going on there that really only benefits people that go along with like gentrification. So fuck Bouvier Park. You heard it from the MILF Hunter. And they're on my shit. They're on my shit list, so they're on the shit tier one.
I've never even heard of it. So
that's what I figured. Fuck them. So that'd be Bouvier Park as a shit tier for me. A couple more. Have you heard of Dyson House?
No, there's a few on here I'm not familiar with.
Okay, so if I don't know about them, I can't put them on the shit tier. I can't put them in F. So far, we got Texas Club and Bouvier Park right there at the bottom on F. I'm trying to see if I can put any more of them. Any more of them are worthy of just an outright shit tier. Not even happies, I don't think. Do you see any? Can you read my handwriting?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't see any more just straight up Fs. So we'll move it up. Literally the only two sitting right there at the bottom on the F and the shit tier are going to be Texas Club and Bouvier fucking Park. All right. So let's go to the E tier. Let's go to that just barely not shit tier rung. For me, do you see anything right off the bat that's going to be... Oh, wait. I guess I could have put Clicks in the shit tier, but I don't know if they belong there. Maybe they're definitely gonna. I'll go ahead and put Clicks in the E tier. What about you about Clicks?
Yeah, I think the fact that you can play pool there too might elevate it a little bit.
There's some nostalgia there. There's some 08, 09 there.
Seen a couple rock shows there. Can't really remember the names of the band, but I enjoyed myself from what I remember.
Yeah, I saw my homies Noche there back in the day, and I have not gone back. But yeah, clicks will be there. Anything else off bat? I don't know what Dyson House is, so they're gonna go on there just because of my ignorance. Anybody knows anything about Dyson House? Let us know in the comments. Anything else off top that you see would go in this? Oh, yeah, Brickyard. That's another one, man. Fuck Brickyard.
I've only done one show there.
Yeah, I think as a venue, I think it's a shit tier place, probably as a venue, but it doesn't deserve to be in the shit tier. I know that they have a following, if you will. There's like Brickyard type people that, alcoholic ass motherfuckers who don't have a life, and COVID spreader type people. I know it's MILF Central up in there, but I mean, it's just like a fucking who's not who of BR fucking slummy, slimy, fucking alcoholic culture, and you'll probably never see me in Brickyard. So they get on the E list. Not full shit tier. Gotta respect they got a following and all that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Never been to Red Dragon. I know it's not my cup of tea. I know it's probably not for me. There's some folk, like folk singers. I know there's like heavy hitters in the folk singing game and shit go there, but like, bruh, tickets to shows there be like, I've seen $100 tickets. Like just on some Bouvier Park type shit. So Red Dragon, like listening room or whatever, is going in this tier for me. Just because, like, what nerve. I think, I don't know what the Bayou is. Someone said something about the Bayou. I don't know what it is, so I'm throwing them in there. You ever heard of the Bayou?
I have not.
Okay.
There's a few on here that I'm not familiar with.
I wasn't around for the YMCA American Legion halls, but I'm just gonna throw YMCA in there. I know a hardcore community person did that one, so I mean I'm sure there were some sick hardcore shows, but I'm just throwing YMCA in there just to get one out of my way. Yeah, I never saw a show at Barcadia here. If you have.
Me either, but you mentioned the American Legion Hall earlier. I have seen one show there before when I was a lot younger.
Where's that at?
I can't even remember. I rode with a friend of mine. It was a friend's band from high school called College Meets Jefferson. They were playing there. And,
that's BR as hell.
Yeah, oh yeah. Shout out to Josh Wheat.
We'll put. I'm gonna say. Honestly, I never seen a show at Hound Dogs, but Hound Dogs is I've only been there for one reason and one reason only, and I'm putting Hound Dogs in this tier, and that's gonna top off my E tier, and we're gonna jump to the D's now, and we can really start cutting in and talking about things like the American Legion Hall. Where was that at?
I rode with a friend.
Oh,
so
you don't
remember the
remember.
location.
Yeah, I've been to places where it's probably a long time ago. I'll just go ahead and put American Legion Hall in my what are we on, D tier, because I never been to a show there, but it seemed like it's probably one of those.
Yeah, we could use D for decent. It was a decent place.
Yeah, it was a decent place. Never been to Mud and Water. Heard of it. The person that suggested it, I trust their opinion on it. I'm pretty sure it's a decent venue, so I'm going to just like put D for decent on Mud and Water.
I'm just going to make it known that I don't see Cadillac on here.
Someone suggested Cadillac. I was unsure if Cadillac was a music venue or not considered. And it's definitely going to, I'm going to tell you now, it's going in the special category.
That's fair.
Yep. It's going to be up in that S up there at the special. But we're on D's. Double D's. You know you like those. And I'm going to give Mud and Water that. I'll give, what else did I say? American Legion Hall can be decent.
Yeah.
I'll give Barcadia a decent because it's just not going to go any higher. That's decent. Oh, the Furnace. Have you ever heard of the Furnace in BR?
I've heard of it, never been.
Do you know where that's at or what that's even about?
No.
Like a hardcore heavy music person. I can't go any further with them, so they're going to go in a decent, I guess. I think I figured I'd have more in the decent category, but pretty much everything else is going to be C and up for me probably.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff that's left, I've performed at quite a few of them.
Yeah, now we can so that's going to be all of these. The D section for me is going to be the Furnace and Barcadia, the Bayou, just mainly things that I don't know where they are, I don't know about them.
American Legion
Hall and Mud and Water. So now we can go to the C. We're going to move it on up to the C category, and this is where we're really going to start getting into the places we like or we know about. So This is actually probably going to be difficult because I don't know which ones are which, but C off the bat, I see Hartley Vey. I'm going to put them in the C. Great venue. Down there by the Shaw and the Manship.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about it until Ria Rosa played there one time, and I pulled up on them. They opened for a band called Moon Honey. The venue is like very... the sound is great, great. It's like this big, grand kind of venue, but it's like...
good acoustics?
Yeah, it's just like it's like downtown. It's real ritzy kind of deal, but like really on the inside... it's not really like a venue. It's just like a fucking big-ass, one of them like meeting room type deals with just like black curtains.
Okay.
So with good lights and good sound and all that shit. So there wasn't much to it, and I think it's just kind of like hey, we're just going to have this spot downtown kind of deal that we can have shows at sometimes. And, they had like people serving drinks there and stuff. And then you're right there downtown, and we all like went out afterwards and stuff. It was nice, just got slaughtered, watching Rhea roasting and shit, and just went downtown. So no qualms with Hartley Vey. We'll go Ruffins Daiquiri. Performed there once. Interesting place, depending upon what kind of night you make it there. But that is
that's off of Florida, huh?
like downtown. Like downtown not off Florida, like one of them streets.
Okay.
But it's downtown.
It's been quite some time.
It's like 2 blocks from the levee. It's downtown. It's pretty spacious in there. I think it's a little bit big for its own good. But it is literally a daiquiri shop with daiquiri machines. Like that's got like VIP section and shit. And like a decent stage and like sound system and shit. And it's like, it was neat. But it's like, when I was going there, it was like showcase type shows and shit, and like I just grew out of that phase so quickly, you know what I'm saying? It was just kind of a let's go get daiquiris with the girl I was seeing at the time, and I like did my little showcase, and then left. Stayed for a while, but it's Kermit Ruffins' place. Probably should have let off by saying that. Kermit Ruffins Daiquiri. It's Kermit Ruffins. It's the Ruffins. Okay. Phil Brady's, I'll throw in the C. It's got a little special place in my heart because it adopted the hardcore scene after the whole 524 debacle. So it's got a little special place in my heart. I can't help. It's one of those places I think I'm better than it, but I just know I'm not. You know a thing or two about that.
It's a Baton Rouge staple as well. It's
oh man, you want to talk about Cougar Mama Milfs and all that? It's kind of like the poor man's Cadillac.
That's a fair assessment.
That got like legit blues musicians and shit that passed through it and shit. Yeah. I'll go. Is there anything that you could see right off the bat on there that'll be a C level for you?
I'm not sure about Happy's. I haven't heard about too much music there.
It's like acoustic cover type shit. Sing along, hey Caroline, drunk people shit. We'll go C. Happy's Irish Pub. We'll put them in the C category because
they got free popcorn too. Hey.
They got free popcorn. Didn't even know that. I know they got some skis and some skirts, service of some seltzers. That's all I know. And I've been there before. I remember a couple years ago, St. Patrick's Day, of course, we end up down there. I'm there with like this girl I was seeing who was in Teach for America, and I didn't know none of her friends really, and everybody's all drunk, singing along. It's just not my thing. So I've had not good nights there, but I've had times where I've just ended up there. I'm usually just ending up there, you know what I'm saying?
If you're going down there, downtown, you probably ended up at Boudreaux Thibodeauxs as well.
Yeah, Boudreaux Thibodeauxs is not in this category for me. Boudreaux Thibodeauxs is going to be a little higher because that is MILF City, baby.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we're going to get to Boudreaux Thibodeauxs, but is it in C level for you or is it higher?
I would say Boudreaux Thibodeauxs is higher. I was just noting that, it'd be around the same area.
Yeah, they're right next to each other. We're going to get there. C level. Well, no. The Bandit, man. The Bandit. I don't know if you've ever been to the Bandit. Over there, kind of by Bogey's. Same street. What is that? East Boyd?
Yeah, something? East Boyd.
It's off East Boyd. Decent little spot. Nothing wrong with it. Just kind of off in a bad spot to be a music venue. Younger crowd. Got good artwork, mural on the wall, this and that. Good sound, all that stuff. It's spacious. It got some room to it, and it's a nice little venue. I think, I forgot, Michael Armstead played there one time, and then I saw a band called Booze there, and somebody big played there.
Talking about East Boyd, got to say R.I.P. to Mellow Mushroom.
R.I.P. Mellow Mushroom. I worked at Mellow Mushroom for like 2 weeks. I thought about putting them on here, but it's just already so many.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go... I've never been to Dead Poet. Dead Poet's going on C list as well.
Me either.
I can't even think about where that's at, but I think that's around the same area as the Bandit. I just kind of, mentally in my mind, I put those in that same realm. Dead Poet. Anybody knows about Dead Poet, put me on. Moving past, I think I'm going to do Parlor. The Parlor in C. I enjoy the Parlor. I've gone to some great The Antidote showcases there. It's always a good, fun kickback. It's walking distance from my house. That's a plus. But as far as a venue, it doesn't offer much more than a showcase style environment. I think the people that threw the shows, theantidote.com, check them out. Check them out, theantidote.com. I featured them on here before. I think they're the ones that really made the shows there a little better. You ever been to the Parlor, Ghost Rider?
I have not, but I've seen that the Antidote hosted shows there. I think Donnie Rose used to host some events there.
Yeah, Donnie Rose did some poetry stuff there. Shout out. Donnie Rose. Bald Eagle. I'm torn whether to put him on C or B. I've been there one time, and it was to shoot a video for a band called Worms. And it was a fun time. It was a fun night. It was packed. It's a good little bar. It's a good little spot. But the venue part, like the area was kind of small, which is not always bad. And it's just like I'll give them the benefit of the doubt to put them in B, but I'm just trying to cancel out the rest of the C's here. Do you see anything off top? I was going to put Smiling Dog in the C, but I think I'm going to bump them to B now.
Have we put house shows in a category yet?
See, house shows, I think house shows in general are going to go to B because that's pretty broad, and we'll just break house shows down like some good house shows, some bad house shows. Someone said Burger Mansion. Shout out Mookie Darden and Baby in the 90s in them. Someone said Burger Mansion could be house show considered, but I'm supposed to be doing a video for them soon, so I'm gonna put I'm gonna put them in the B level just to put them over a little bit. Yeah, just to keep it more interesting, keep it rolling, because a lot of these well deserve to be in the B level or A level or special level. So I'm going to cut back to our unofficial sponsor for now. Yeah, we're back. All right, I forgot. Parish Room. Parish Room can be... See, it's a nice venue and everything, but it just represents everything that's wrong about the music scene here. It's people running it that don't know anything about the music scene, and there's are trying to... I've heard bad things. They didn't want to pay certain people that help do... video work for them and stuff like that. I've heard a lot of bad shit about the Parish Room, so you could put them in way back down in like E tier or something. Totally forgot about that. But moving on, we're up to the B level now. We're all the way up to B, then we got A, and then we have special. We're into the meat of what we like. And as we were just talking about in the break, what were you just saying?
I was saying, I was asking what era of the Northgate Tavern are we talking about?
The Northgate Tavern. See, for me, it's going to be 08, 09, maybe 07, 08, 09, because I only really went to one Northgate Tavern show. And it seemed to be, that progressive emo era bands could play there.
I've done a lot of open mic nights at Northgate Tavern when I first started out rapping in Baton Rouge. I'd put it B tier.
Yeah, we'll go B tier.
Done quite a few shows there. It was also the library at one point, if anybody remembers.
I've heard that. And if I'm not mistaken, the Northgate Tavern is where the Bando, Ricky, and Pat's event first started.
I think you might be right.
I think that's what Ricky told me. It was first started at the Northgate Tavern.
DJ Mike Larry DJ'd a lot out there too. Shout out.
See, you know a lot more about, you're going to know a lot about what's left.
For sure.
I don't know that much about the Northgate Tavern, but I know to put respect on its name. And it definitely deserves a B. Probably could deserve an A, depending upon who you ask. But this is my show. So, Northgate Tavern, you're up there. B level. Another one I'll just go ahead and knock out. Smilling Dog, I'm going to put in the B level because I've had the 2 times I've been there, I had as my mom's Scottish friend growing up would say, a smashing time. Those are great nights. I got to see some belly dancing. The bar was packed. People were selling art. My boy John Teller smashed his set there both times, if I'm not mistaken.
Not surprising.
Homies from all walks of life. I'm just seeing left and right. It's a good vibe. It was a good vibe there. And I had a good time there. Now, as a music section, it is what it is. It was just it's not like a stage and all that. They had the sound set up like, you would at just like the Parlor or some shit. But I factor in all overall experience and overall, nothing bad. They ain't out here fucking artists over and stuff like that. They're very pro artists. Drinks was flowing. Had great time. Smiling Dog. So they deserve B level there. Have you ever been in the Smiling Dog?
I have not been there, but it sounds like a great time from what you just said.
It's the upstairs of the Londoner off Sherwood.
Okay. I've been to the Londoner for sure.
Yeah, and there goes Teller right now. So, upstairs of the Londoner. Has some good times there. It's a Smiling Dog. We'll go ahead and throw Bald Eagle up in there. I was just talking about Bald Eagle, why I liked it. Downtown somewhere. I forget exactly. I shot a music video there, and it was a good night. It's a good time. You see anything off top that strikes you as B level? I mean, them arenas, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put all of them in the B.
I'm not familiar with Insomneeack, so I can't.
Ooh, that's bona fide A tier for me. That's all of them at the top right there.
What's this guy right here?
That's FG Clark. That's gonna be Southern's.
Okay, yeah, I've done a show there then.
Really?
Yeah.
At the basketball arena there.
At a facility on Southern campus.
So the basketball arena there is the FG Clark Center.
Okay, I think it was close to the arena. Cortland Jackson put on the show.
Okay. Well, we'll lump those in together, and we're gonna go B on there, or that's an A for you. It's hard to call.
Yeah, it could. It's up there. I don't know.
I've never even been there, but I know they put on amazing shows there. Although I would like to shout out the Jaguar's Den. I saw Michael Armstead perform there way back. Me and the girls were only 2 white people in the building, and they were just serving alcohol for free all that night because they didn't have a liquor license, but they wanted people to get drunk. Great time, man. Great time in Scotlandville. So FG Clark, we'll go ahead and put you there. PMac, I'm going to put PMac gets B level for me only because Led Zeppelin played there. in the like late 70s.
Yeah, I've only seen basketball games there, so I don't have any musical experiences.
You know, I'm pretty sure from what I've heard, concerts there suck, but Led Zeppelin played there, and they're in their light show era and all that in the late 70s, so that's going to be a B level for me. Culture.
Ooh.
Because I know that's...
I might put that A level.
That's a tough one to call. That's going to be A level for you. That's definitely going to be B level for me. That's a bona fide B because I've had a lot of good times there. I've had a lot of good shows there. I've made money filming shows there. It's close to where I live. I've gotten so wasted there. But I have took losses doing business there. And the venue itself is not that great now. They are making renovations right now. Check Bando Pat's story for that. They are making renovations right now, but absolutely not deserving of A level or special level for me. It's going to get a bona fide B just out of mainly built off personal experiences and what it's meant to my musical life and career. We can talk about that. You want to talk about culture now or whenever we get to A? Go ahead and spill it. Spill it. That's going to be an A for Ghost Rider. What's up with culture?
Culture's actually, when I came back to Baton Rouge from Shreveport after grad school, Culture is the first venue I did a show at.
And you had you had your own chair there.
That is Britt Smith. Britt Smith had his own chair.
Oh, okay. You didn't
Shout
actually.
out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because he helped get that place together when Jay Price was owning it.
Yeah, I heard some stories about all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He owned that place?
I think Jay Price went in on it with Sean Bogart. Those two guys were kind of running it at a certain point in time.
Huh. Yeah, wow. Interesting. Well, Culture's going to be in the A tier for...
Around that time, I think that's when Andrew WK played there as well.
Andrew WK played at Culture Bar.
Yes, he did.
Just a little tidbit for you there, like a pineapple. Andrew WK, just want to party and have fun. I think River Center is going to go A tier for me, just off of like what we were talking about the other night.
I would
Kingfish
say,
and all that. You got
yeah,
factored that in, so I'm getting
River
into
Center's
that.
A tier for me too.
Get into that. Boudreaux Thibodeauxs, I said was gonna be a B. Obviously not a place I'm just gonna go hang out, but man, you're talking about MILF City, bro. You're talking about Cougar Mama City. You know, you got the 80s cover band playing. Everybody's on 3rd Street all fucked up. You know, you stumble on in there looking good, looking right like a MILF hunter does. And you're liable to walk yourself straight up into some of that. Yow. Good fun time for the old white folks and stuff. And come on, it's a place called Boudreaux Thibodeauxs in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get more Baton Rouge than
There's
that.
an elevator in there. There's a balcony. I mean, it's a good fun time.
I think I remember getting drunk and throwing birthday cake off of that balcony one night.
Yeah, it's like our own little slice of copy of New Orleans right there on 3rd Street downtown. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw Boudreaux. I've referenced them in a song. You know, what can I say? I'm just trying to knock some off that I'm probably missing. We'll go, like I said, Burger Mansion. That's definitely a house show, someone said. But, like, I'll go ahead and put them there because I actually never saw a show at Burger Mansion. But I'm just going to put them there regardless. If you don't know about Burger Mansion, that's a Baby in the 90s house. That's Mookie and them's place. But apparently they put on a really good show there. They had a really good little setup going and stuff like that. So we'll see what's up with that. I'm just trying to see if everything left is A tier or special tier.
Would we go Dark Room A tier?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Dark Room may be special tier for me.
Okay.
I mean, all that stuff you see at the top's pretty much.
It's this is all
It's very special.
all the better stuff that's left over.
Let's address house shows. Okay, so house shows, I just meant to address them by themselves because obviously you've been to some shitty house shows, been to some really awesome house shows. Those are kind of up to you. A couple good house shows. Pretty much, you got any good house shows off the top of your head in BR?
It seems like the better house shows I can remember or heard about went down in Lafayette, but I know there have been some good ones.
People
here too.
have been bringing up Lafayette shit today, and trust me, we're gonna have a dedicated Lafayette goddamn show. You know what I'm saying? We'll do the same thing for Lafayette because Lafayette gets all the love on this show, I believe, from both of us.
I can't remember the last big house show in Baton Rouge.
I mean, a good house show you're not supposed to really remember.
That's true.
I mean,
True.
you're not really supposed to remember that shit. One off the bat, Butcher's Dozen played. I want to say it was a going away party for that dude Davey.
Okay.
Who used to run 524, and it was like a all day long like slip and slide out in the back, like, you know, big all kind, you know, good white person in Baton Rouge type style time, man. And Butcher's Dozen play, that was always a good fucking time. Yeah, and I barely remember that shit. Like, I remember pieces of it, but that was a good fun time.
Now, I remember there was a house show you invited me to one time. It was like a little makeshift stage. I want to say it was at one of the places where one of the DeBons was staying, and the cops got called that night. It was after a parade.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that one. So it was a day of Spanish. It was a day of Spanish Town parade.
Yes, yeah.
And I wanted to do a show, so I rallied up the boys, and we were able to just. It wasn't even really a show. No one there really cared. Everybody just wanted to do coke and stuff like that. And I remember I was inebriated. I'm not gonna say on what, but I was heavily inebriated to the point where like no one was paying attention to like which they probably shouldn't have. I mean, it was just a couple guys over there rapping on the shitty PA mic. And, like, I just fucking screamed. I was like, trying to do a fucking show over here. Some shit like that. It's a shit show. Yeah, you showed up. You showed up, right?
Oh, yeah, I was there. That's what I'm saying. I remember the cops coming.
Yeah, then the cops came. Yeah, and then he just really just came around. He's like, yeah, could y'all just, like, not scream into a microphone?
He was
like
very cool about it.
Yeah, this is, like, the most cool cop experience I've ever seen. He probably did not want to be there. Like, we were, like, you know, like, he's, like, didn't care, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just keep it down, guys. That's about the extent of that interaction.
Keep it down. All right, house shows can be hard before I dwindle on too much further, man. All right, man, I think it's time to go to the A tier.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking over. I know this show's probably running a little long. We've got consistent viewers, so we're all having a good time here. We're gonna run it to the. Let me switch it back to my tier list here. We're up into that orange box, the A tier venues of Baton Rouge. This is where it's probably gonna be the hardest. I mean, well, not really, because everything left is A unless it's special. It's in its own category. So, right off top, Varsity right there, man. A tier for me. Straight up. Best venue in BR, you know what I'm saying? Like, the best venue in BR. Like, it is the music venue. Like, because there is such a disparity in the music venue community in BR to where, like, you have, you know, like, what is that? Like a 750 to probably a little less than 1,000 cap room for the Varsity, and that's where all your, like, mainstream touring acts come through. That's where, like, tours come. You know, ICP, whenever I play with ICP, they stop there. You know, like, just bigger name people that are not on that arena level. And then you got shit like the River Center, which is also going to be A tier for me.
I agree with that.
There's so much disparity. You've got a 750 to like I think just under 1,000 person cap for the Varsity, and then the next thing up is 10,000 people. There's no, that's why that like SoundCloud scene and that shit never really happened here, like it did in Texas, because you got them 2,000 seat venues and shit, 3,000 and 4,000. You don't have that like Sanger Theater level shit here.
What was the last good big show you saw at the River Center?
Honestly, when I worked for Landmark Security and I got paid to just stand there with a yellow shirt on for like shows and LSU games and stuff, Chris Stapleton.
Okay.
An amazing performance. Not a big country or whatever you want to categorize that dude, but that was an incredible performance.
I saw Kansas, Foreigner, and Styx there. All at the same show. That was great.
Damn, that's I think I remember that night, and I think I worked at it might not be the same show. Might be thinking about Boston.
Okay.
But I know I cooked food for them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, when I worked at Pastime, I made the ticket said Boston on it, and it was definitely for them. The River Center, Baton Rouge Kingfish, pretty much what pushes that shit. And just old WWF and WCW shows back in the day, old wrestling shows, just like a lot of shit that I did when I was younger there. Pretty much is what's pushing it through for me for the River Center. It's honestly the Centreplex is I was more of a Centreplex kind of guy. What do you have to say about that? What else? What monumental shit have you seen at the River Center / Centreplex?
That show I was describing was the last big one I can remember. One of the first big concerts as a kid, I remember at the Centreplex. 311, Sugar Ray, and Incubus.
Hell yeah, baby. What year would that have been?
I was, I can't remember the year offhand. I think I was in 6th grade. I was 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick. You just reminded me of X Fest in 2008. My Chemical Romance headlined.
Okay.
There was the bill was Merriweather. We're thinking about doing a X Fest documentary. We've always talked about that. The bill was Merriweather. Remember Merriweather?
I saw Merriweather at the Varsity.
Of course you did. Merriweather, Billy Talent, Finger 11, Atreyu, Puddle of Mud.
Wow.
Story of the Year, and My Chemical Romance. That was the X Fest bill that year. And there's like no break in between. You just like got there and like just had to stay there.
Was this when the Fish was still at X104.9?
I believe that's, yeah.
Okay.
I believe that was the whole deal there.
Okay.
That's how people was like, you can take the shit. The Varsity, man, I've had 2019, late 2018, 2019, the Varsity was finally just like booking local shit and like seeing that it was getting packed. And the scene was just like all genres. The scene was just like so popping in like 2009. That's whenever I had my, I was doing the camera work and stuff like that. Shame on me, right? And,
Yeah.
Whenever I was using the already built momentum and using it for my own good, even though I was many times out there filming the scene for free just for the culture. But the Varsity, man. I got some good footage. I got some good stuff. We looked at some of it on like a Throwback Thursday type episode. We'll look at some more of it coming up. But like I said, I opened for ICP. That was probably the most merch I ever seen in person. But the Varsity, man, a lot of great shows out there. I hope people that are either watching or end up watching this stream can comment and let us know what kind of great Varsity shows. But just for the sake of keeping it moving.
The only live comedy show I've ever been to in Baton Rouge was at the Varsity. I saw Jim Brewer there from Saturday Night Live and Half Baked. Yeah.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah, Jim Brewer. Yeah, man.
That makes sense. You
Great
would go
show.
see that guy.
Great show.
All right. Well, so the next one up there is the Caterie. That's that's A level. I only went to like 2 shows back in the day. I saw that band Nothing More there, and before they weren't anything, now they're like big radio band. But you got some Caterie stories. I remember Caterie. I turned 18 in like a week, and they wouldn't let me in.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's my like Caterie stories.
Yeah, that was my big spot in college. We partied a lot at the Caterie. A lot
It's like
of
the
the
most
nights,
BR fucking venue ever, dude.
Yeah, a lot of the nights we went, it was this '80s cover band, Werewolf. Shout out Werewolf. They play LeBurge shows now. Remember doing some yay in the parking lot before going to see Werewolf. Really turned up at the '80s show. Yeah, just it was a great venue. That's probably there and the Varsity are the 2 places I went to the most in college.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the Caterie, it ended up burning down. No longer exists.
R.I.P.
I know for a fact it was a big time deal. Probably dating back to like late 80s, man. All through the 90s. I know it was a big deal during the 90s.
There's a restaurant too. They serve food there.
Yeah. So like it was a big deal. It was very like BR, right there on Perkins, big parking lot, probably a lot of drunk driving going on from it, stuff like that. That's very BR venue. I'm pretty sure it's where like Better Than Ezra got their start. I'm trying to knock ones off that I like. Okay, Atomic Pop Shop gets A level for me because that's where I played like my first show in BR ever besides Uppercuts Barbershop. So we'll do a duo thing. Uppercuts Barbershop, also A tier for me. Both of these venues, huge for my personal music career. 2 of my cutting room floor places. Marcel P. Black booking me to do Fade the Flow Sundays, that very first performance of the very first Fade the Flow Sundays at Uppercuts Barbershop. Really kind of was huge for me and really got me started. And then also...
That's where we met.
Exactly. Not at that particular show, but I think second or third show you played.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that
Fade
the other
the Flow.
day, like Marcel grabbing me and Donovan and being like, "Y'all need to like," and we were already on it, Obviously, we need to know this guy and look at us. But Uppercuts Barbershop, nothing really like it. It's a singular experience. It's its own thing. There's no other venue like it. It's not even a venue. It's a freaking barbershop. And it's got some of the littest, culturally just built off the culture of what's happening in the community, hip-hop community in Baton Rouge. It's really the only place. I know there were some places, some things going on at Culture and other places back in the day. But like Uppercuts Barbershop and the Fade the Flow Sundays, free food, free cover. I mean, touring acts, literally touring underground indie acts with credibility, most of them. Got songs on ESPN and stuff like that, all sorts of stuff. Really just a unique experience.
I think that's where I first saw Big Low as well.
Absolutely. Definitely where I first saw Big Low. I mean, the list goes on and on. Monastery, although you saw Monastery before Fade the Flow.
Yeah, I actually competed against Monastery in kind of like a song battle at Culture.
Absolutely. Monastery, I mean, I've seen them 3 or 4 or 5. I've seen them multiple times in 1 week in BR, man. I saw them perform in BR more than a lot of BR artists.
Great group.
What was the other one? Atomic Pop Shop, a record store that at night they'd open up the back and it'd be a venue. Probably one of like the most defining. I remember I had a show booked there the night of the flood, and then it got canceled that day of. And I was like, damn, why'd they cancel that without even telling me nothing? I just saw it was canceled, and then Great Flood of 2016 happened that weekend. So they rebooked it to another date in like November, not telling me, and like no one came, and they closed it up. It was a rocky start with them. But I also played a show with Michael Armstead there, to where I came out and just the place was nuts. You know, they'd never seen anything like the type of stuff that I was doing. That was probably like late 2016, early 2017. Good times. So Atomic Pop Shop. I've also seen some other great shows there. 501st, The Followed, and Wolfbrain, which are my buddies who used to be in Noche. Saw them play there one time, and that was before I was even doing shows and stuff. And it was just a neat little venue. Did you ever get to see any shows at Atomic Pop Shop?
Never got to experience that place. I always heard nothing but good things about it.
Fun little venue, you know, all the curtains, people coming out from behind the curtains kind of deal. You know, it's like, doesn't take itself too seriously. It's just this big open concrete slab with like lamps and all kind of stuff like that. And yeah, so someone's talking about a dark room. Well, give me a second. We're in the A tier. If you're just joining in, we're already in the A level of Baton Rouge venues. So yeah, Atomic Pop Shop gets an A for me, and Uppercuts Barbershop gets an A for me. Here we go. Insomneeack. You said something about Insomneeacks.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I had been there or not. I can't recall.
Okay, so that was probably my introduction to going to shows in my life. You know, that was where it all started. My brother Turk Tom was in a band called Solace when we were in high school. And they got a show at Insomneeack. But the first time I ever gone, my older brother, it was in Struggle Bear. He invited us to like this all-day festival that was like an Insomneeack. You don't see shit like this no more. Shit's crazy. We pull up. It was on the roof. There's like a spot upstairs from like Broadmoor Theater. You remember Broadmoor Theater?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. OG BR people know about Broadmoor Theater.
I think I saw Home Alone too.
I saw Space Jam there, and the fucking film like started smoking or something. We had to take like an intermission. It was old then, Broadmoor Theater.
Oh yeah.
In like '96, it was old. It's no longer there. It's completely bulldozed. But yeah, it was basically because there's like a whole shopping center. What do they call it? Like Bon Marché or something like that. Yeah. BR and these names, bro. Bon Marché. It was like on the rooftop thing of Bon Marché, and you had to like, people had to like carry their drum kits all on top of this roof and through all this. It was just the epitome of like a shitty little venue. But you got in there, and it was like a coffee shop, tattoo parlor venue. And like I took place in music video shoots out there. Like I said, that all day fest was like the first time it's like junior in high school, first time I ever gone on like a show by myself, drove there with my brother, and there's just like a car on fire out in the fucking parking lot. People were just beating this car to shit, and like that was like my introduction to just like BR crust punk fucking just culture. And
that sounds awesome.
I thought that shit was awesome back then, but little did I know how fucking problematic and crusty that shit was. But I saw some good shows there. I saw Scumfuck there, and I referenced watching Scumfuck. You know Chuck from Scumfuck?
Chuck Gunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the singer of Scumfuck, and like he was like a celebrity around that motherfucker, bro. He was like always there, and like I was young at the time. You know, I was probably like 16 or 17, so I was like, oh my God. And then like first song, he gets pushed into the motherfucking drums, and the whole just elaborate drum set. This dude, we watched him set it up, just has to set that shit all back up again. And I said something about that in a Facebook comment recently, and somebody commented, it's like, oh, tagged someone, was like, wasn't that you? And it's like we traced it back to like exactly who pushed who at that exact moment. That's BR for you. That's dumb shit right there, son. Insomneeacks, man. Probably that was my introduction to going to shows when I was young, man. Like I said, partook in music video shoots there. Watched my brother and them play their first ever show when they were in high school there. You know, had freaking high school teachers fucking pulling up and stuff. It was Insomneeacks was and apparently there was an old Insomneeacks before it, and that was the new Insomneeacks. RIP to the guy that owned the place. Apparently he's passed on. And Insomneeacks, man.
See, my fat ass, when I hear Insomneeack, I think of Insomneeack cookies.
Yeah,
LSU
Insomnia.
Yeah.
This is Insomneeacks.
Okay.
Someone corrected my spelling on it. There's an Neeck. Neeack. So, yeah. 524, man. Another venue where I played a bunch of shows there. You know. I saw it evolve. I played probably one of the most packed, craziest shows with probably the biggest band, the hottest band, most notoriety in the hardcore scene ever, one of the craziest nights ever. And I was standing right there. I was literally right there for the event that led to its demise, and that lit the whole Baton Rouge music scene on fire. And you can say what you want about 524. You can say what you want about Southside Art Center, as they're calling it now, which I don't know. I just never call it that. I still call it 524. I think it's
Me
really
too.
dumb that they changed the name. It's like, bro, come on. People know it's 524.
It'll always be 524.
Yeah, it's fucking 524. But I remember before it was like even a thing. It really didn't have no like, see, this is how you get into the A level. You got to have some seasoning to you, some spice. You got to have something to talk about. And like, it's literally one of them DIY venues, bro. You could set a trash can on fire in there, man. You could have hardcore shows up in there. We saw Esham in that bitch. Were you at that show?
I believe so.
Esham played, had homies open up for Esham.
I was definitely at the show you referenced, though, Vane, right?
Oh, yeah. The show I was talking about was Vane. Whenever Vane they had just released Error Zone, their like hit album, like earlier that month or that week or something. And it was like literally just like a week or two after that. And it was just like insane. The place was fucking packed to the max.
Wild show.
I got to open up for them. Reserving Dirt Naps from Memphis got to open, as well as Forged by Hate. And it was just a fucking great bill. It was a great show. It was a great night all the way until about 5 minutes of the entire night at the very end, when nobody was even in there. Except for me, the members of Vane, and 2 people that booked the fucking show. Those are the only people there, but like a lot of people had a lot to say about that, even though none of them were there. Everybody had left the fucking venue at that point, bro.
I've heard the stories.
But not getting into all of that, 524, for obvious reasons, I've played probably more times there than anywhere else, man.
We've done a few shows together there.
A few shows together there. It's, you know, you basically do what you want there. You know, BR Sucks stuff there. Pissy Sad Nights there. I've shot a music video there for other people. I've partook in being shot in someone else's music video there. All kind of good shit, man. 524. Mid-City Ballroom gets A level for me too as well.
Oh yeah.
Kind of come out of nowhere later in the game, but man, just a facilitator. Excellent venue. The last live show I went to, period, in BR. I can't remember if the Christworm release party, album release party with Megawitch was the last show I went to, or if Xavier Wolf at Howlin' Wolf was the last show in New Orleans was the last show I went to. One of those two. But they had painted the whole inside black, and like, I played some good sets there. I threw shows there that were insane. I've always been treated so well. Formed a great relationship with Aaron, and like, it just became this great spot to throw shows, and it was starting to gain its own culture, its own seasoning, its own little sizzle.
A lot of the shows that were going to the Spanish Moon got diverted there.
Absolutely.
Great place to host them. And I think the last show I went to in Baton Rouge might have been there as well. I think it might have been that MC Chris concert.
Yeah, we ain't going to get into that one. MC Chris, what a piece of shit, man.
What a night.
So, Mid-City Ballroom, just because I know I'm running a little long here. Mid-City Ballroom, I could probably go on and on about it. Great venue. I can't wait to get back. But it's a Baton Rouge Music. I don't know why I'm blanking on it, but they're a shop in the daytime, a store. So like, they can survive, but they're, you know, it's one of those venues you might, you know, that's in threat of not existing anymore after COVID. So make sure you support them in anything they got going on. I'm supposed to maybe be helping with some live stream stuff for them and stuff like that, so we'll see. Let me knock Chelsea's out here, man. Someone brought up Chelsea's, and I had totally forgot about Chelsea's. I got to go to one show at Chelsea's before it shut down. That was my first time I'd been back in Baton Rouge from living in New Orleans for 8 years. I've been back in Baton Rouge for a week. And it was like the beginning of a freaking Grand Theft Auto game. I reconnected. I hit up my buddies that were in Wolfbrain. They had a show at Chelsea's. Joe Grady played there that night, which is members of Baby in the 90s and this other band. So, Chelsea's was lit. And everybody has a lot of great stories about Chelsea's. But I was mainly in New Orleans for most of that.
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times for some pub crawls. And I think the music show I remember there, I saw AF the Naysayer, who was pretty big in the Baton Rouge scene back in the day.
I saw someone post him yesterday.
Yeah, I saw him do a couple shows too at the Moon as well.
I saw somebody post his music yesterday. So yeah, Chelsea's. I don't have that much personal experience. Whenever this gets posted up on YouTube or even on the Facebook, post your own stories about Chelsea and stuff like that. 'Cause, this next one, someone already mentioned it in the comments, and it's time to move to it. The Dark Room. Well, where are we at here?
You think we're moving to the special tier now?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I think we're into the S's now. I think we've just moved, and we're going to start with the Dark Room. Even though I think maybe Insomneeack probably deserves to be in that S category, but we already talked about it. Oh, well. All right, we're up to the S. These are special. These are just special in their own right for whatever reason. There's only a few of them. And we'll start off with... fucking buzzing. We'll start off with...
Dark Room?
The Dark Room. Okay, someone mentioned the Dark Room in the comments. The Dark Room was another one-of-a-kind place. Legendary venue, in my opinion. Off Florida. Kind of close. Just out in the middle. Way the fuck off Florida. You pass by it on Florida and just this one little brick building by itself. In a little parking lot. Touring bands. I mean, it was the place for heavy music in them days, in the 2000s. And my buddies, North Show played there. I mean, I sat with them there while they recorded there. I saw a band. I remember seeing a band in 2008, and I got their demo tape, and they were just a little three-piece, and they were just this bluesy band. And I didn't hear another thing about them for 10 years, bro. For many years. Fast forward to 2018. And I had only heard this fucking little demo tape that I'd had. Turns out they're fucking huge in Europe now. They're this humongous band, and they're called Midnight Ghost Train.
Okay.
Turns out this dude from Lafayette I know actually played fucking bass with them for a little while. And I'm like, dude, what? That band's still going? Not only are they still going, they're just ballooned into this huge touring through Europe ass band. Tons of fans, stuff like that. And all I knew was this one little demo tape from 2008. And at the very end of it, the music stops, the song stops, and it pauses for a little bit, and you think that's the end of the tape. And if you don't fucking turn it off, all of a sudden there's just this dude just starts going, fist fight over a taco, fist fight over a taco, fist fight over a taco. He just starts singing that. And I remember whenever I saw Midnight Ghost Train's Facebook, and I saw, all these people comment, I said, I'm just going to comment fist fight over a taco. And the actual Midnight Ghost Train profile commented, that's crazy. Because they probably weren't expecting that. Just some random motherfucker just come out of nowhere and reference this Easter egg on their first ever fucking demo from fucking 10 years ago that no one fucking knows about. It was a good tape, man. Midnight Ghost Train.
One show I remember from there, the lead singer and bass player of Slayer, Tom Araya, his brother had a metal band called Thy Will Be Done, and they played there.
Just edgy metal type shit too, bro.
Crazy. And
metal fest. You still go on YouTube and I remember watching my buddies play, and it's it's the Dark Room. It's dark, and it's just some lights on, old boy, and then you just what appears to be just barely out of distance of him, just packed of just what looks like just zombies. Just the way, the aesthetic of the place, the way people just, you could probably, it was that era, you know?
Yeah.
2000s emo scene, edge metal, just dirty. Probably somebody fucking tied up in the back. You pulled up to the venue and you could just hear the music from outside already. You know, you're running in because you're fucking late. It just fucking the dark room, bro. And I've heard crazy stories about the dark room too, that I won't get into.
I'm
Because
sure.
this is BR, son.
I'm sure.
Some wild stories. Yeah. All right. So the dark room, man. Special tier. Bella Noche. Where can you go if you can't go to Bella Noche? Definitely never been to Bella Noche in my life.
Me
But
either.
we talked about it, and we think Bella Noche definitely deserves to be in the S tier of Baton Rouge music venues. It's also one of a kind place, legendary place. I know they've thrown packed fucking shows there. You know, I know Project Pat played there one time, like a couple years ago, and I was gonna try to like maybe open with get them to let me open with our song and stuff like that. Yes, I have a song with Project Pat. Look it up. Bella Noche, bro.
Yeah, I've always heard of.
Cultural icon.
Pretty sure Migos played there. Pretty sure Chief Keef
Exactly.
played there.
Like some of the biggest names in rap stopped off there, but also just like, I know it's just like a spot in North Baton Rouge that people just go to. So, and then also, if you don't know what we're talking about, there is a viral fucking media clip where these girls, you know, they say, if you can't go to Bella Noche, where can you go?
Yeah.
So Bella Noche deserve to be a special tier. Anybody that can tell us a little bit more about Bella Noche. I also forgot to add Vibes, Rags,
Club Rags, yeah.
and Shenanigans. All just jig era, just Baton Rouge-ass clubs. I didn't know it's honorable mention or special mention to those amazing clubs as it encapsulate the culture of Baton Rouge music, if you will.
Isn't that where the C Murder shooting went down at Club Rags?
No, that happened like Kenner in New Orleans somewhere.
Okay.
It did not happen in BR. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that happened in New Orleans. All right. So this leaves one special venue left
Yes.
in the Baton Rouge music chronology. What venue is that, Ghost Rider?
The Spanish Moon.
The Spanish Moon.
Very special place.
What will become of it? Yeah, if you haven't noticed, we here at White Dirt TV have been running a White Dirt expose. Our first one is on the Spanish Moon. Last Monday, our buddy Van Wafer, our in the field guy, helped us encapsulate just what the Spanish Moon is, what happened to it, its abandoned, what's going on with it. Just kind of opening up that jar of worms last Monday, which this Monday we're doing this. I felt like it was a good Monday to do to get in the spirit of BR music venues again. But next Monday, hopefully, we can get into part 2 of the Spanish Moon expose. Talking about times, talking about what used to go on there, events, promoters, people that worked there. I'm working hard to get a good piece together and bring you back Van Wafer straight to the dome. Spanish Moon, man. My biggest show I ever played there personally was Spanish Moon. It's walking distance from my house, so you just knew you could get fucked up. I mean, the smoking section outside was just lit, even if you didn't smoke. The upstairs, the downstairs, bars on each. The big brick wall on the side with the Jimi Hendrix fucking painting. The stage was shitty, but it's what it was. You felt, if you were an artist that played there, you felt awesome about it just because you knew it was a Spanish Moon, but also like bigger artists played there too.
Oh yeah.
And like it really was no, like, if you're like an artist, like a touring artist that like actually has clout, like you're just in there with the people, man, basically. You know, they had a room upstairs for you, but like you're coming down, you're like walking through the crowd and shit to like get on the stage. And when I saw the Sword there, I remember they like just like got off stage, they like went outside, just like to the little smoking area, and like no one went outside because they just like figured it'd be like an encore. And I like walked out, I was finna smoke a cigarette, and they were all just like kind of looking at each other. You know, they were just like buzzing off playing like just most of their show, and I was just like, and then they all just like walked back in. I was like, oh shit, I guess I'm going back in. And it was just like the five of us standing out there for a second. I was like the only person that walked out. It was just like a memory. And you know, Delta Funko, Homo Sapien, like you said, Riff Raff, Run the Jewels. Like I said, I've seen the Sword. I saw Jesus Piece there. I've seen, and I know there's, Spanish Moon had something for everyone. You know, there was shit like of Montreal and shit like that. You know, there was like gospel singers that played there. They literally were like non-discriminatory. It was like the perfect venue.
That was personally my favorite place to perform.
My favorite place to perform, my favorite place to go and see shows. I mean, you just felt like you could do whatever you wanted there as long as you adhered to the like sacred culture of of Baton Rouge music. And there's a ghost there. It's haunted apparently. The story and the culture, the history behind it, the location. It's not in White Star Market. It's in South Baton Rouge. It's right there in the heart of Baton Rouge, man, literally. Spanish Moon encapsulates everything that is Baton Rouge music culture. It's special tier, it's top tier, it's everything. And that's why we're doing an expose on it, because we care about it so much.
I'd love for it to return. It's something I think we all hope for. Yeah,
and I just watched the expose. Part 1 was just kind of opening the can of worms. Part 2 is going to be, how it used to be and what all went down and why is it so special. Part 3, apparently there's a ghost. And Part 4 is what's the future, man? What's to come? And hopefully by the time Part 4 comes out, we'll have more information on that we're able to reveal.
Yeah, we have our inside sources. So.
We have our sources. So stay tuned to White Dirt TV. Tonight, it ran long, but we had a good time. I'm going to have to chop all that up. It'll be on YouTube. I'll put in the playlist. I will put the Live from the JedShed playlist into the comments here. I'll make sure everybody knows where to find this whenever it's going to go up. Edited version, which there's not much to edit because I only went to commercial twice. I'm about to probably run the Baton Rouge Sucks commercial and then go into the credits with some more Ghost Rider playing over it. I'm the Jed the Sloth, the MILF Hunter.
Ghost Rider, it's been great.
This is Ghost Rider. You'll be seeing more of him. Baton Rouge Music Venue tier list. JedShed. Live from the JedShed 11.
Later.
Riding round with the severed head in a bag. Lil' bitch got a bunch of lead in the mag. Wiping up the murder scene, red on the rag. With your bitch riding clean head in my lap. Riding round with a severed head in a bag. Lil' bitch got a bunch of lead in the mag. Wiping up the murder scene, red on the rag. With your bitch riding clean head in my lap. Talking stupid at your top, cut it clean off. Too much up and down shit, gotta see the saw. No condom for your hoe, she go eat it raw. I'm still puffin' dro, still eating hard. Still dabbing out the rig till I'm too lit. Catch me at the studio making new shit. I don't care if she the hoe that you cool with. I'm all about the flowers and them tulips. I'm coming from the gutter to decapitate. Bitch, I didn't stutter or extrapolate. I'm gonna hack and slash your head onto a plate. Then take a butcher knife and stab it in your face. After that I gotta put it in a duffel bag. But first I gotta roll it up into a rag. Then I take the zipper and I pull it back. And I clean up the scene with a Swiffer vac. Riding round with the severed head in the bag. Lil bitch got a